Okay, so when I rewatched the first Descendants movie, I also decided to rewatch the second and the third, so you can expect a Descendants 3 for dummies before the end of the year. The movie begins with Mal struggling with her new life in Oradon and as the girlfriend of King Ben. She talks to Evie about her issues and asks Evie if she misses doing whatever she wanted on the Isle of the Lost, but Evie doesn't since she likes her new life in Oradon. Evie also scolds Mal for relying on her mother's spellbook to solve her issues. Ben and Mal go on a date where Ben finds the spellbook and sees bookmarks and speed reading spells, a spell to make her hair blonde and a cooking spell. She comes clean and tells him about her insecurities, causing a falling out and Mal walking away from the date. Mal decides to go back to the Isle of the Lost as she feels she does not belong in Oradon, but before going she grabs her mother who was turned into a purple lizard. However, in this movie she's a green lizard. With the help of a moped Ben gifted her earlier and her mother's spellbook, she's able to skip over the water and drive through the barrier. On the Isle of the Lost we see that Ben, Mal and the other villain kids aren't too popular, and that island is now ruled by Uma, the daughter of Ursula, along with Harry, Captain Hook's son, and Gil, Gaston's son, who are all jealous of Mal and her gang. When Mal gets to the island, she goes to one of the evil stepsister's daughter, Dizzy, to get her hair done. And now, I'm no barber, but aren't these things supposed to make your hair curly? So how come when she's done with Mal's hair, it's straight? Mal also meets Harry, who goes and informs Uma about Mal's return. Back in Oradon, Ben and Evie learn that Mal has gone back to the island, so they decide that they plus Jay and Carlos will go back to the island and find her. While teaching Ben how to act, they are recognized by Gil, who goes and tells Uma. Ben confronts Mal, who rejects his feelings for what she thought was both his sake and Oradon's. Ben goes away sad, only to be captured by Harry, who tells them that the only way for them to see Ben again is if Mal goes to Uma's shop alone. There Uma wants to arm wrestle, where if Mal wins, Ben goes free, and before hearing what happened if she loses, Mal agrees. Then Uma tells her that if she loses, she will have to bring Uma the fairy godmother's wand, and if she doesn't give Uma the wand, Ben is dead. This makes Mal lose focus and lose. Mal, Evie, Jay and Carlos decide that Carlos and Jay will go back to Oradon and 3D print a replica of the wand, while Mal and Evie stay and make smoke bombs. When they are done with the 3D print and are about to leave, they are caught by Lani, Mulan's daughter, who earlier overheard them and knows that Ben has been captured and who blackmails them into letting her come with them. When Jay, Carlos and Lani get back to the island, meet up with Mal and Evie, they all go to Uma and do the trade. But before they are able to leave, Uma discovers that the wand is fake. A big fight breaks out between Mal's gang and Uma's, and thanks to a smoke bomb by Evie they manage to get out, but while getting into the car, Mal drops her mother's spellbook. The group flee back to Oradon and Jay tells Mal to at least come to the cotillion, and if she still afterwards wants to go back to the island, he will personally drive her there. At the cotillion, Ben shocks everyone by appearing with Uma and declares that she is his true love and that he will bring down the barrier around the island. They realize that Uma has love spelled Ben, and in an effort to break the spell, they reveal a glass display Ben made for Mal, who realized that he loved her for who she was all along. Mal confesses her love for Ben and gives him a true love kiss, which breaks the spell. Uma jumps into the water and turns into a half octopus, and Mal turns into a dragon to fight her. So Ben jumps into the water to try and stop the fight, which somewhat works as the fighting is stopped. And despite Ben offering Uma to stay in Oradon, she returns the ring that Ben gave her when he declared her as his true love, and she swims away. Back on the boat, Ben and Mal are reunited, and Mal is handed her spellbook as Uma used it to put a love spell on Ben and dropped it. Mal gives the spellbook to the fairy godmother, and they all dance on the boat deck, now filled with water. We then see Uma, who says,
"You didn't think this was the end of the story, did you?"